All right, guys, so I'm here with my model today, Denise. She's gonna be showing us how to do our lockdown leg day. So today we're gonna be working with 50 seconds of work today. We also have a 20-second break. We're gonna be taking that 4 rounds horizontally, so which means we're gonna be staying at jump lunges for a total of 4 rounds, and then we'll be rotating on to the next one. So for our first demonstration, okay, there's a few things that you can use if you're at home to add some weight, okay? You can always goblet squat, use this. We can throw this on our back, okay, add a little bit of weight to it. If you guys have any resistance bands, we can also put those around our legs as we squat, do any of our lunging work. So for our first one that we have on the board today, we're gonna be doing our jumping lunges. So here's gonna be one of the harder ways of doing it. Okay, so she's gonna be jumping, keeping her core tight, okay, heads over her shoulders, making sure she throws her legs back, almost like you're doing a split squat. Another way we can do it for a modification or regression is just a reverse lunge or forward lunge, depending on which one you like better. Okay, so for that next movement, we have standing squats. So she's gonna be throwing out her hands or keeping them in tight, opening up her hips, making sure she pushes her hips back, almost as if she's sitting back on a chair, okay? If you do have a problem with this, you can also go ahead and just go about 3 to 4 inches down or add a chair behind you as much as you can. So for our next movement, we have a side lunge. So for the side lunge, there's a few ways we can do it. She's gonna be stepping out. Now she can stay on that same leg the whole time, or she can actually step back and alternate. Okay, so that is something that we can do. We can also turn it into a Cossack squat, where we open up and we lean side to side, really try to feel it in your inner thighs, keep your core tight, and make sure to breathe through the movement. Our next one is gonna be ab cycles, okay? So we're gonna be doing some bicycles on the ground. We wanna make sure we keep our core tight. We're doing this correctly, and we're taking our time. And the worst thing to do is to go too fast with this movement, contract the muscle, opposite knee to elbow. And then after we get done with that for 4 rounds, we're gonna go ahead and move on to our next one, okay? So this is gonna be our sumo or our plie squat. So notice where her feet are. She's spreading out her toes, she's opening them up. You always wanna retract your knees over those toes. So make sure you're pushing out your knees. Wherever that secondary toe is, we wanna make sure that knee's tracking over it, really feeling that in the inner thighs and your glutes. As we move on, we have just a reverse lunge, okay? It's almost like number 1. She's throwing that leg back, she's keeping her core tight, heads over her shoulders, chest is up, posture is good. As we get done with that, we have a wall sit. So we're gonna find a wall we can sit on. Remember, we wanna get about 90 degrees or slightly underneath that. You're gonna break 90 to make it a little bit harder, or stay at 90. If you have something you can hold out in front of you, weighted or overhead to make it more challenging. Now our last one is gonna be a mountain climber. So we all know there's multiple ways of doing mountain climbers. You can go straight forward through your body. You can cross it to your opposite knee to elbow, and you can also throw it outside your elbows for your obliques. If you can't do that, you can also hold a plank. That can be a modification or a regression. So that is your workout for lockdown leg day. Thank you for Denise to being our model. Have a good workout, guys.